Hi guys, this is Android Nub, and these are the best casual games of the week. First, Sonic Racing Transformed, published by SEGA of America, is now free to play. When this game first came out, it had a lot of bugs, and it got pretty bad reviews. SEGA finally said, screw it, let's make this game free to play. This is a Sonic kart racing game, and I thought it was actually pretty good. The graphics look really nice, and it is a high quality racing game. You can unlock and buy new characters with in-game gold. There's tilt controls and touch controls. The only thing I didn't like was that you have to use the steering wheel for touch controls. There's no buttons to just move left and right, and I'm not a big fan of the steering wheel, but the controls are actually decent. Your vehicle automatically transforms into a boat or plane, depending on where you are on the map. This is a really cool racing game, and it's definitely worth checking out now that it's free. Next up we have Abyss Attack, published by Chillingo. Here's a very visually stunning, top-down, side-scrolling shooter. It's one of those shooters where you go upward and kill enemies. The graphics in this game are really nice. The game takes place underwater and you shoot at these like coral or plant stuff. There's power-ups and boss battles, and you can collect gems to upgrade your ship. A really nice looking top-down shooter. Next up we have PAC-MAN Monsters, published by GREE. This game is very similar to Spirit Stones, except it has a Pac-Man theme, so you go through a lot of levels in this game, and the combat is puzzle based, so you match up the different elements that correspond to your party members, and how many of the elements you chain determines how much damage the monster of that element deals. There's a ton of different monsters to collect and add to your party. It's a really fun puzzle based RPG and it's worth checking out.
Fatality.
Next up we have Spy Wars, published by Hothead Games. This is kinda like a strategy game. It's kinda similar to Clash of Clans, but without the fighting. So you have a base where you can build stuff and upgrade structures, and in this game you infiltrate people's bases to steal their money and resources. The game does kind of have a story before each mission, and you can have different units like the Hacker and Locksmith. It's a kinda interesting casual strategy game.
You triggered my trap card!
Next up we have Days of Crime, published by Happylatte. Here's a casual, kinda gangster shooter game. So you have a character that you can level up, buy new guns, buy new clothes, and you fight against NPCs to get money, experience, and fame. So you control your crosshair by tilting your device, and you tap the screen to shoot. To reload, you tilt your device forward and insert the bullets. The controls take a while to get used to, but it's actually fairly unique. It's a fun casual shooter where you can fight enemies, buy new guns, and customize your character. Next up we have Voyage, published by WhoopGames. Here's a game where you control a ball, and you have to navigate the ball through many obstacle courses. The graphics are decent, and the game does have puzzles like pushing boxes to create a path. You can turn the camera around, and the controls are pretty smooth and responsive. Fun puzzle game to check out. Next up we have Stickman Basketball, published by Djinnworks EU. This game is no NBA 2K14, but it is a casual basketball game with decent gameplay. This game has a couple of different teams and you can play season mode, can move around with a joystick, and pass and shoot. The gameplay is simple, but it is very smooth and it is kind of fun. You can shoot 3-pointers, 360 no-scope slam dunk, interesting casual basketball game. Next we have Dong Squad 420, Scrap Squad 420, published by Relevant Games. Have you ever wanted to recycle in a video game? Well, now you can. In this game, trash comes down a conveyor belt, and you gotta sort the recyclables into their proper colored containers, so you can chain them together, and as time goes on, the items come down faster and it gets more difficult. You can collect coins to get upgrades, and this is a good time waster. Last up we have Dark/Ninja, published by veewo Studio. Here's a cool casual game. The graphics remind me of Oni 1, but the gameplay is different. You tap around to slash forward, and you do have to time your attacks properly so you don't get hit, because when you get hit one time you die. So you gotta time your attacks and you slash away at the enemies. There are some boss battles. The only bad thing is this game only gives you 3 continues for free. Once you use them all up, you gotta start over every time you die, which kinda sucks, but it's still a game you can pass the time with. Anyway, that's all for this week. Subscribe for more videos, and thanks for watching.